It's reviews done quick. Today we're going to talk about Pinata.
Pinata.
Pinata. Smack it with your bat. Pinata. All right. So what is Pinata? It's like a tug-of-war kind of like
a tug-of-war card game.
Right, where you're trying to basically play out cards to either have the highest or the lowest total, and then you win candy.
Yes, little tiny candies.
Little tiny candies.
Yes.
And the goal is to have enough candies to get medals.
Yes.
And whoever wins the most medals wins the game.
Yes.
So, what do you love about Pinata?
What I love about it is when we first saw it and we saw the box art, I thought it was going to be for little kids. It is actually very complicated and
I mean, not complicated, but like strategic.
Yeah, strategic, yes. Yeah. Strategic's a better word. It's a strategic game. You have to think a lot about it. You have to do some math to try to figure out how to outplay your opponent. Mm-hmm. How to be a little bit sneaky and figure out what it is you're going to do.
Yeah, and part of the strategy is figuring out, because you can, if you fill up your side of the board, you can play on the opponent's side of the board. So part of that strategy is figuring out like, okay, do I rush and try to fill up my side to like screw them over, or do maybe they're going to get some points I can't get to if I'm too focused on this one thing. So yeah, it's tricky like that.
Yes, it's a tricky game. Yeah, but in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah. That's the good stuff. There are some things I didn't love about it. One, as we talked about, it's mean.
Right, but some people like the mean.
That's true.
You can go and mess with your opponent and what they're doing and put cards on the other side and do that kind of thing. We tend to not play the mean games, so I don't think we put cards on each other's side. We're married.
I had to put cards on her side. It was very mean.
Yes. We're married, so we try to avoid those kinds of things. But a lot of folks like that and like the hyper-competitive games. Yeah. So could be into it. The
other thing that I don't think is as quite forgivable is, man, this artwork, this is not great. Like,
no.
I call it Jimmy Neutron, but bad.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I would have expected in like early 2000s cartoons, and like not in a good way. It's not AI art because this is an older game, so it's not someone went in on like ChatGPT and said make Pinata, and then this is what came out. Yeah. Also, every card is this same kid whacking the Pinata, and everybody's like, did you invite anybody else to his birthday party?
No, it's just him.
Is it just knockoff Jimmy Neutron who's playing by himself? That doesn't feel like a very fun way to play Pinata. So yeah, I don't love it.
Yeah, the artwork was rough. The little candies, I wish they had made the colors a little bit more distinguishable. Because I don't have any sort of color blindness, but even I had trouble sometimes figuring out which ones were like red or purple or pink. They all looked very similar to me, and that was tough.
Yeah, not great. But I feel like if they would redo this, because again, it's older game. Yeah. If they maybe update it with some new art, that would help a lot. So yeah, I mean, end of the day, what do you think? Like, recommend it? Not recommend it?
I would recommend it. End of the day, I think it has some flaws, which we talked about. Mm-hmm. But I think it's a fun game for 2 players. I think it's a good travel game, and I think it's a good game for couples.
Yeah, I agree. If you want to be a little bit mean and you don't mind staring at Jimmy Neutron at a birthday party, definitely worth a check out.
Yeah, would play again.